Thank you, Gina. So, I normally just introduce others, but today I have a presentation myself, and this covers the learning modules that we've been developing over the past year or so. As Gina mentioned, it was 6 years ago that we launched Better Work Tasmania. That was down at Blundstone, and we had 300 odd people to that launch. And I'm glad to say that the program continues to provide great work health and safety information. We have over 2,000 community members. This is the 30th networking session being delivered. As I said, we record and live stream the sessions. And we then arrange those sessions on the website. We keep those past events in an alphabetical order from A to Z, and I think there's over 100 YouTube videos of those past events and recordings. So by all means, when you have the time, go on the WorkSafe Tasmania website. There's an area for Better Work Tasmania, and you can look at those past events. More recently, in terms of the sort of topic areas that we've covered, we had a PTSD conference in 2019, and you can see those still relevant presentations on the website. And also early last year, before the pandemic, we had 3 silica sessions as well throughout the state, again with some great presentations covering all aspects of work health and safety issues associated with exposure to silica. At the same time, in the background, we have had an online induction module for work health and safety that was adapted, again, some 6 years ago from a public sector induction training course for work health and safety. And we haven't heavily promoted that. I thought there was still a lot of work to be done on that induction to make it more accessible for the general audience that we'd hope to reach. And so we've been working on that. But nevertheless, people have migrated to that area and found what we've been providing, and there's been over 2,000 completed certificates on that online work health and safety induction. And it's still up there running at the moment, but it soon will be replaced. That current platform is a modular platform which covers topic areas of rights and responsibilities, workplace hazards, hazard risk and control, and information about participating in work health and safety. There were lots of little videos and quizzes and things like this that were part of that module. Tended to be a little bit word dense, and of course the technology is a bit outdated now, so difficult to access from phones, and there are other issues that when we went to review the platform, this is essentially how it looks. So you can sort of see the style that we have at the moment. All free. And there's the typical usage that we've had over that time. So I think there's been about 34,000 different instances of use of that platform over that time. So it certainly gave us the comfort and the confidence to think that, yes, this was something that people wanted to continue, but we thought we needed to really look at how we can improve what was on offer. So we made an assessment of the platform as it is and realised that the technology is fairly outdated. We needed to consider whether another format might work better for people, considering communication styles, ever important, and emerging issues that we traditionally haven't covered in that sort of training. So with that in mind, we've been able to pull a new approach together, and we call it Work Health and Safety learning modules. We've replaced the modular format with a continuous presentation style. I think there was feedback that what we had to date was probably a little bit lengthy, so needed to consider trying to make it more concise. Quizzes and questions to be carried out throughout the module. Try and make it user-friendly and engaging as possible, and think about adding topic areas that we hadn't covered before, such as violence and aggression and infection control, which is very relevant with the current pandemic. And we thought in order to make this as accessible as possible, we would present it in a format of a general work health and safety module that everybody could complete first, and then they could carry on to do a sector-specific module that was relevant to their workplace. And that's the approach that we've taken. So the general work health and safety module takes around 20 to 25 minutes to complete, and then the bolt-on sector ones, we're trying to get in the range of about 15 minutes to complete those. So again, and this is at a very most highest level of delivering general work health and safety information. So we see it as information that would complement your induction training, and be part of that overall training package. So hence the learning modules being called what they are. So this is how they tend to look now. You saw the previous format, very word dense and not really relying on images so much, but this new learning module definitely relies on images. And you can see here an initiative funded by the WorkCover Tasmania board. And then we have a whole series of interactive questions and quizzes as we go, as the information is delivered. This just gives you a sense of how it looks. So we have asked a whole range of people to evaluate what we've pulled together. The feedback has been good, easy to access and navigate, provides the good generic work health and safety information, probably a very useful tool for small business, and simple presentation. The content is fine. And if you want to, I believe you can actually just show your phone up at this, and then that will take you to the page that you need to be on for Better Work Tasmania. So if you want to follow us, that's the way to do it. Now, I had some video presentations here as well bolted onto this.
As a worker, you also have obligations to take care of your own health and safety and that of others. This means following any instruction given to you by your employer. Which of these actions could put other people at risk in your workplace? There could be multiple answers. 1. Not reporting a hazard which could result in someone getting hurt. 2. Acting in an unsafe manner, for example, horseplay. 3. Not following instructions and safe work procedures. Click on the relevant checkboxes and then submit. Correct. All of these actions could put people at risk. Health and safety at work is everyone's responsibility. Where any doubt exists, ask.
So it's just a little taster, and I do have a summary video that steps you through very quickly the whole general work health and safety learning module. So this is very fast and furious, but we'll see how this goes.
Welcome. Click Start to commence your learning.
about 20 minutes compressed in a minute and a half. But it does give you a sense of the topics that are covered through that learning module, and that was the general one for work health and safety. And then, as I said, that then you can move on to the sector-specific ones, and at the moment we have hospitality and retail covered. So are there any questions about that at all? No questions? Sound like a good idea that we go forward in this fashion? I think so. And by all means, we'll make you aware when these become available. We do have to do a few extra technical things to get them ready to be loaded up on an LMS that will make them accessible. We'll make you aware of that. And we will be looking for feedback about the modules and anything that you think might be done to improve them. We're most willing to consider that and go forth on that basis. So I think that's, in view of the fact that my little video clips didn't get on, I'll have to come back and show you that at the end. We can probably move on to the next presentation. And the next presentation is from the Tasmanian fruit industry and Dr. Michael Tabath. It's their worker induction program, and I'm sure Michael is ready to give his presentation. So I'll just sort this out.